The original Silent Hill games have grown into esteemed horror classics that are considered some of the most influential games in the horror genre. Team Silent of Konami developed the first 4 games in the series, with the first 3 being universally accepted as the best. The 4th was not as well received, but depending on who you ask, some fans would still probably argue that it deserves to be considered classic Silent Hill. The angle Team Silent was going for was bringing classic Japanese-style horror into a Western setting. And this is part of what gave the games their appeal, but unfortunately Team Silent would be disbanded by Konami shortly after Silent Hill 4. But the Silent Hill franchise did not end with the end of Team Silent. There were 4 Silent Hill games released by Western studios, but it would seem to many that the quality of the franchise would leave along with Team Silent. The original Silent Hill games all managed to feel like they belonged in the Silent Hill franchise while still feeling like their own unique games. Downpour, Homecoming, and Origins all just felt like they were trying to recapture what the original trilogy had already done, to the point where Homecoming even featured the iconic Pyramid Head, which didn't make any sense because it should have been unique to James Sunderland's Silent Hill experience in Silent Hill 2. Shattered Memories did manage to feel like its own unique experience, but may have gone too far in the experimentation to where it lost sight of being a good Silent Hill game by removing combat and only having one enemy. Some of these games may have had interesting stories, but the execution and gameplay never managed to hit quite right. The franchise would go quiet for a while until PT, one of the most successful marketing stunts for a game probably ever. A surprise release demo that was terrifying and intriguing, made by Hideo Kojima, that nobody knew what it was until the true ending was discovered, where we got a teaser for Sam Porter Bridges connecting Maine to the chiral network. The quality of this demo, and knowing that a video game legend like Hideo Kojima would be behind a Silent Hill game, had so many gamers, including me, hyped for the upcoming Silent Hill game, which made it all the more heartbreaking when Kojima and Konami had a falling out and Silent Hills was cancelled. And then finally in 2023, we had the announcement for a bunch of new Silent Hill projects from Konami. The most interesting of which were Silent Hill 2 Remake and the first new game in the franchise for a long time, Silent Hill F. I think we were all better off forgetting about the other 2 announcements. And when everyone was finally able to get their hands on the new Silent Hill 2 Remake, Silent Hill was back. Blooper Team blew pretty much everyone away with the quality of the remake, and it jolted the life back into the once dormant Silent Hill franchise. And even though it was great to step into the shoes of James Sunderland again, everyone wanted to see something new in the franchise, so attention turned to Silent Hill F. And when more information and some gameplay was finally released, well, there was a bit of skepticism. If you take a peek in the comment section of almost any Silent Hill F trailer, you'll see comments upset with the look of the combat, especially the feedback and hit stun, and you'll probably see comments saying that this looks like a horror game with the Silent Hill name slapped on top of it. But is the skepticism warranted? Well, if you take a look at Konami's record with the franchise since dissolving Team Silent, it does make sense to be a little worried. There are definitely fans of the 4 Western developed games, but nowhere near the levels of the original trilogy, and don't let the success of the Silent Hill 2 remake cloud your memory. Yes, Blooper Team did a great job with the remake, but the groundwork and story was already built by the original Team Silent. Any of the original work since Team Silent have not been successful, especially the recent stuff, and let's not forget about Konami canceling Silent Hills. So yeah, maybe some valid reasons to be a little worried, but we should really be looking at the game itself, and one of the biggest concerns, of course, is the look of the combat. Everyone seems to have had a terrible reaction to the combat reveals. Lack of enemy reaction and a noticeably large hit stun seems to have put a sour taste in everyone's mouth. While it does look a little off-putting, I don't think this will be as big of a deal as it's made out to be. This is almost the exact same situation as what happened with the combat reveal for Silent Hill 2 Remake. It was arguably worse for the remake, to the point where Blooper Team publicly blamed Konami for making a bad trailer and advertising the game poorly. So I would wait to see how the combat feels until we actually play it and not just watch it. That being said, I do worry that being able to perfect parry might become overpowered and ruin the scary aspects of the game. Another complaint is that this doesn't seem like Silent Hill. I mean, it doesn't even take place in Silent Hill, and the developers themselves have said that they are doing away with the Western and Japanese horror blend and just leaning fully into the Japanese horror side. Personally, I think it's okay to try and do something new with the franchise. One of the biggest complaints about most of the Western games were that they were too derivative of Silent Hill 2, just watered down versions of what we had already had. So I think it's actually a good sign that we will be getting something at least a little different that will hopefully build on the Silent Hill franchise. In my personal opinion, I think a lot of the skepticism for this game is being blown out of proportion due to the understandable distrust in Konami, or for whatever other reason. But I think this game deserves to be given a chance. There seems to be pretty solid devs and writers working on the game, with good early signs of polish even though Unreal Engine 5 is being used, and good early impressions from people who have played demos. I'm really hoping that the game is able to capture the horror and tension that the Silent Hill 2 remake did. And even though modern gaming has taught me to keep my expectations low, I'm cautiously optimistic for this one. But like always, we should wait for reviews. What do you guys think? Will this be a return to form for the Silent Hill franchise, or just another flop trying to recapture the work of Team Silent? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.